Hey guys, what's going on? Adam from AC Constricton. Welcome back to the channel. Remember, if you are new and you like what you see, please do me a massive favour. Smash that subscribe button, leave a comment, drop a like, ting that notification bell so you don't get to miss a future upload. So in today's video, guys, as you can see from the title and thumbnail, this is a collaboration between myself and Alfie over at AC Constriction. Now, Alfie is a up-and-coming YouTuber slash breeder. He has got some amazing projects in the pipeline. I'm a big fan of his channel. He's just, he's a young guy. He's open, he's honest, he's transparent. He's very clear in what he wants to achieve, and that is my sort of guy. So I invited Alfie along onto the channel to try and get him a bit more exposure, but to really listen to his views on the hobby, the goods, the bads, the ups, the downs, who sort of inspires him and stuff like that. Now I'm going to be asking these questions and doing these collabs to a lot of other breeders stroke YouTubers in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for all those as well. But for now, I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to hand over to Alfie and let us hear what he thinks about this hobby.
Hi everyone, it's Alfie again with AC Constriction. I'd just like to say a massive thanks to Adam for letting me come on his channel today and feature on it. So today we thought we'd go through and talk about the hobby itself, some positives, some negatives, how I actually got into the hobby in the first place, who inspires me, our plans going forward, little things like that. So when it comes to how I actually got in the hobby myself, I was about 11 when I got my first snake. She was given to me by a friend of mine when I was about 11. I think I was about 11 at the time. She was a albino rat snake, and she was with me for 4 or 5 years before she passed away. She was quite an old snake when we got her, but she was brilliant, and she was what I first really sort of loved about snakes. That was what I was first exposed to. But it wasn't really, I wasn't super keen on corn snakes. Or rat snakes, sorry. I didn't get a rat snake and just fall in love with it immediately, that sort of thing. It was more the keeping of the snake and the colour and the pattern that really drew me to it. And obviously when you start doing a little bit of research into that, ball pythons are sort of the king of colour and pattern mutations in snakes. So that's how I really got into it. And it was channels at first like Brian Barczyk's. I know there's a little bit of stigma around him and some people disagree with his methods of keeping stuff, and obviously that's fine, everyone's got an opinion, but for me, I wouldn't be standing in my snake room right now if it wasn't for his videos. I mean, it's as simple as that. He really did grab me, he really did hook me with his videos, and I watched every single one of them multiple times and was absolutely obsessed. So I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for what he's done on all of the videos he pushed out, and how he's sort of pioneered the reptile community a little bit and the reptile hobby itself. So I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful for all the other channels that I started watching soon after that. The main ones that come to mind are Mike Wallbanks. I don't think Mike makes any videos anymore, but some of his old ones are brilliant. How he breaks things down, top class. Gavin at Balls to You, massive inspiration for I think most people in the UK, but everyone worldwide as well. I mean, Gavin's got some brilliant videos, and he's almost the UK godfather, I think is probably a good term for him in the UK ball python community. But yeah, so grateful for Gavin as well, because he sort of also showed me that it wasn't just American people that could do this. I mean, that's sort of how it looks if you're from someone who only sees American breeders. I mean, you think, oh, it's probably not doable in the UK, but Gavin proved that you can, which is brilliant, which is really, really good. So when it comes to the actual hobby itself, one of the biggest positives that I would probably say it has is the community. Now, I understand in any community there's going to be bad people. There's going to be people that would like to slag you off, like to say every bad thing they can about you. But for the most part, the vast majority of people in this community are more than willing to lend you a helping hand when you need it, answer any of your questions, anything at all. I can say that firsthand, that this community has overall been brilliant to me as I've tried to build my collection, and there's so many people to thank. So that's probably the biggest positive for me. Other ones I would probably say are things like how diverse it is. I get a lot from this hobby, so like it teaches you so many different things like photography skills, video editing skills, DIY. It just teaches you so many different things, and it's such a brilliant thing to focus on because you can really see your hard work coming into fruition and you get the reward. You really do get the reward. So I love it. I really do love it. When it comes to negatives though, there's not too many. There really isn't too many. The only ones that bother me a little bit are the few trolls. Obviously, I think that bothers everyone. And the stigma around certain things. So like the stigma around money bothers me a little bit. I think it's just something that it's almost your natural instinct is cruelty, I suppose, isn't it? It's you're making money out of snakes, you're a cruel person. But I think as we are starting to learn a little bit more about the hobby, and how people are showing us, different YouTube channels are showing us that it's fine and you're not harming the animals and it's not unethical at all, I think people are starting to get used to the idea a little bit more, which is brilliant, which is really, really good. But other than that, there aren't really any negatives at all, to be honest. So it's brilliant. Like I say, I love it. I love it. Katie will tell you, I go to sleep thinking about it. So I love every minute of it. So our plans going forward here at AC Constriction, I mentioned it in one of my other videos, but I really, really, really want to do this full time. I really, really do. I know it's a bold statement, and I know there's plenty of people that are going to be saying, Alfie, you're being ridiculous, mate. I don't think it's going to happen. But, going back to people who inspire me, Paul at Urban Constrictors. A, the facility is brilliant, and B, the fact that he's doing it full time, amazing. It gives me that little bit more motivation because it's proof. It's proof that it can be done. It's brilliant, and I can't thank Paul enough for proving it to me that it can be done. So that's where I would like to be. Maybe not in 5 years. I mean, I'd like to think I'm a realist, so maybe not in 5 years. If I can, I will, but we'll have to see how it goes. I reckon what's most likely is we'll just keep trying to build the collection over the coming years. I mean, because as you can see, we're still quite small. I mean, like I say, I tried to be as realistic as I can with my expectations of myself, but I don't think 5 years, I mean, it can happen, but I don't know if it will. So that's where I'd like to be long term. I would really, really like to be doing this full time. But when it comes to what we actually want to produce, this year it's geared a little bit more towards the gravel stuff. But as I've come through this, I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not going off of the gravel stuff, but my interest is definitely shifting. So I really want to get into the Desert Ghost Pied stuff and the Desert Ghost Clown stuff, hopefully this year, maybe. And the Clown Pied. I'd like to focus our collection on Desert Ghost Clown, Desert Ghost Pied and Clown Pied. So just working with those three recessives, that's really where I'd like to be going forward. Now our collection, don't get me wrong, we've got some good snakes in here. We've got some really, really powerhouse females in here as well, which I'm really pleased about, but I'd like to sort of shift it a little bit more higher end, which is going to take plenty of work, and I'm excited for the journey, to be honest. I think that's almost more exciting than being at the top of the mountain, isn't it, doing the climb? So hopefully in the coming season, if this season goes well, then we'll be able to get some killer powerhouse males and females for those projects, which I'm excited about. So I thought I might as well take you through and just show you a few of my favourite upcoming animals for not this season, but the season coming up. So this is a pastel G-Nex double het clown pied female. She's obviously running away, but we've got a superb male that I'm really excited for that she'll be going to. I'm not going to tell you what that is because he's not here yet, so we'll have to see, and you'll have to wait to see him. But the yellow on her, the camera isn't really doing a particularly good job of picking it up, but the G-Nex in her really does come through. She is fantastic. She's just so bright and so yellow, and the fact that she's double het clown pied gives us a lot of places to go with this girl. So really excited about her. So this is your lucky day, Adam. This is a banana pastel het pied female just ovulating. So you can see the massive swell in her body, and you can see the tail. You can see her how the tail looks like it's been stripped of all of its fat. So she is pretty big. She's definitely getting there. If that's not her ovulation, then she'll be ovulating by tonight or tomorrow, I reckon. So she was paired to the Fire Genex Pied, so really excited for this one. So I just thought I'd show you a few little teaser females for the upcoming season, and that ovulation. That's really exciting. Really pleased for that. And hopefully we'll get some Banana Fire Genex Pieds, maybe. I mean, he is possible Genex. He's a phenomenal Fire Pied if not, but could be Genex, so we'll have to see about that. Again, big thank you to Adam for letting me come on his channel today. Really excited, really glad to be on here. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I didn't ramble too much. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. And thanks again, Adam.
Well guys, there we are. That was Alfie's take on the hobby. A few of the things that he's got planned, what he thinks about what's good about the hobby and what's maybe not so good. It was really good to hear his opinions and his take on someone that is really just starting up in the hobby, both breeding and on YouTube. If you're not following Alfie AC Constriction, please make sure you go give him a follow. I'll leave his details to his YouTube and his Instagram in the description down below. I'm sure he'd really appreciate it if you go and check out his channel. I will in turn be appearing on his channel very soon, so stay tuned for that. That's sure to be a cool video also. But for now guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you're keeping safe and keeping to your government guidelines on the social distancing. Pretty sure we will get through this just as soon as we possibly can, but you guys are doing a fantastic job. So guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like on leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Thanks for watching guys, take it easy, stay safe.